City 1051 FM.
Take care of everything and make sure that we are not leaving anything unattended to, so that we'll have a proper press conference and every information we need to do. We need you to have, we'll have at the end of the event. Alright, so this afternoon marks the start of an exciting journey in the history of MMA in Nigeria. I was supposed to introduce the company 54 Limited to you, but I won't do that because you already have a document in your hands talking about the company itself. So you can go through that, and when it's time for questions and answers, you can ask your questions and you'll get all the answer you need. But one thing I can tell you is 54 is not new in Nigeria. They've been busy trying to grow mixed martial arts in Nigeria. There's a show that already taken place, and at some point we will hear about the show. 54 is all about discovering talent, because in Nigeria we know we've got raw talent in different sports, and MMA is not different. So we're all about discovering talent, nurturing them, pointing them in the right direction, and ensuring they can reach the same height. Our champion, I love to call him our champion because it's our champion, Kamaru Usman, has reached, and that's why today we're going to be announcing not just the partnership, we're also going to be announcing something that will excite so many of us. So I won't be taking too much of our time. I'm going to first of all introduce everybody seated up here, and I'm going to be starting with the ever beautiful lady that is to my far right. I'd like to call her something else, but I won't call her that here, but she's my sweetheart. Just put it out there. He's jealous. Okay. So to my far right, Natasha Belusova. I hope I didn't mess that up. All right, Natasha Belusova. She is an executive director and co-founder of 54 Limited. Please let's put our hands together for Natasha. Thank you very much. And sitting next to her, I know we all know him. He used to be part of us. Sometimes he still tells us that he's still one of us, but I say it's a lie. When you have moved, you have moved. He's not part of us anymore, but hey, he's still one of us. And I'm talking about none other than the Honorable Chairman, Lagos State Sports Commission, who happens to be my big brother, Mr. Shola Ayubeku. Let's put our hands together for him, please. And he's also the eye of the governor, the eyes and the ears of the governor in this place. So be careful what you say, but you'll hear from the governor definitely. I want to introduce the man next to him. I think he's the most popular man in this room. I'll move next to the man to my immediate right. He's also a co-founder and executive director of 54 Limited. He's busy running around for mixed martial arts in Nigeria, and he's a man who I've come to call a friend. I'm talking about Ryan Fire. Let's put our hands together for Ryan Fire. And then to our champion, the #1 pound for pound fighter in the UFC, the man who everybody's tired of fighting against. He's beating everybody in the division now. They are recycling all of them. They're looking for new fighters, but nobody can match up with him. I'm going to suggest some fights to you later. I'm going to suggest some fights to you, but that will be on my promotion company. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the world champion, middleweight world champion of the UFC, Mr. Kamaru Usman. All right, so like I said, we're going to be announcing some things to you today, so you would like you to pay a lot of attention. Go through the documents you have, whatever questions you have. I'm sure everybody here, they're all prepared to answer your questions. But let's get things rolling, as I'm going to be calling on Natasha Belusova, who is going to be giving us a welcome address. Let's put our hands together for Natasha.
Should I start? I think it doesn't work. Why do timer works? Cigars, we're still experiencing some technical stuff, but good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to welcome you and greet here and face off Fight Night first press conference here in Vegas Continental Hotel, our official host, and I want to thank them for all hospitality and for all support they provide. Actually, this welcome speech should be good morning, but it happened like it's good afternoon. And we really appreciate your patience. We really appreciate that you stayed here, but I want you to memorize it, not because of this long pause, but because this is a big start of really great events which we're facing, which we're witnessing. And I want you to say maybe next time, maybe 1 month after, maybe 2 months after, I was there, I was first, I've seen how it started. You know, the place of the press conference wasn't chosen randomly, it was by purpose, because we wanted to deliver our first statement from the heart of Lagos, from the heart of Nigeria, and from the heart of Africa. As far as we're starting great, ambitious, and incredible events and incredible foundation. All we are here, the stakeholders of Fight for Limited, we brought all together our passion hopes, our skills, our talent, charisma, support to make MMA to happen here, to start here, and to make Nigeria great. So I welcome you once more again, and let us get started. Let us not be that long. And you see, we try to be digital in 21st century. Somehow it didn't happen. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Natasha. That's Natasha Mbedusova, Executive Director and Co-Founder of Fight for Limited. All right, so straight up I talked about a partnership that is tailored towards discovering talents, discovering people who can go on to become world beaters in the sport of MMA. And that's why I'm going to be calling up next someone who has been there, he's done that, he's gotten to the very, very top of the food chain in mixed martial arts in the UFC. And I'm talking about our champion, the champion, Kamaru Usman, who's going to talk to us today about the idea behind this partnership and what the future plans for the whole partnership is. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Kamaru Usman.
Thank you, guys. Every time I get up here in Nigeria, I want to stop broken because it's be broken with everybody. But I wanted to talk about the partnership, the idea and the vision behind where we are now and what we eventually plan to do. It's quite often that someone gets to, a position of power and they want to help. But it's the difficult aspect is how to help. You can't just, become the best fighter in the world and then decide, okay, I'm opening up swimming schools for everywhere in Africa and expect it to work when I don't know anything about swimming. So, I've searched, I've thought about it over and over, and how can I help? How can I go back and create opportunities for more and more children like myself? And this was it. This was the best way to be able to do that. And after thinking about it several times, like I said, you have to be able to carry out that action. And we searched time and time again, and somehow our path crossed to where I was able to run into, my amazing partners. And Ryan, Natasha, and Mario, who is not here with us. But amazing partners who had a similar vision as well. And this vision is to create opportunities to be able to get give all those kids like myself opportunities to be able to not only change their lives, but to change their family's life. Because we all know it, this is Nigeria. When you are successful in the household, the whole family must come with you. And so that's part of what this idea, and that's the birth of it, is being able to have that vision, being able to have amazing partners that can help you carry out that vision. And that's why we're here today. This is our first event. This is an introductory event to everyone. of what we do, the wonderful, amazing sport that I partake in all across the world. And we must remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, it takes time. It takes time to get the formula right. But it's gonna take help from you guys, take help from everybody across this country of Nigeria, this great country of Nigeria, to eventually take it across the whole continent of Africa, to then eventually take it across the world. We're gonna need you guys' help over and over and over. We all know the more you do something, the better at it you get. So that's what we're gonna need from you guys. Now, we've got future plans. It's not just doing an event or doing a show and be done with it. No, we wanna do big things with this event. We wanna be able to change the culture. We wanna be able to change the way that things are right now by not only creating those opportunities, but we wanna do it for future generations to come. We have big plans to continue all of this that we wanna put into place, plans of creating infrastructure, to building things that are not only gonna attract tourists to our great country, but things that are going to bring economic stability to all of Nigeria, to eventually all of Africa. So I wanna thank you all for being here. I wanna see you all on Friday. We're gonna have a great time, and this is our first of many events to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so I told you guys that it's not just the partnership we're going to be announcing today. So it's time, I think you need to listen very attentively because right now you're going to be hearing something. You know, we can't do all of this without the backing of the government. You know, there's no way we can go ahead. And the government have decided to take it a notch higher. And that's why I'm going to welcome to the microphone the Honorable Chairman, Lagos State Sports Commission, Mr. Shola Ayipeku, for his address. He's going to be talking about the MMA Federation in Nigeria, amongst other things. Let's put our hands together for the Honorable Chairman, Lagos State Sports Commission, Mr. Shola Ayipeku.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome home again, Kamaru. Ryan, Natasha. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Governor to represent the state in these matters. And I must say that between Kamaru and Natasha, they've said most of it, and that's my witty friend, Aburu over there. He said a lot of things. But I just want to add a few things. There's no doubt that, that Mr. Governor loves sports, and he understands the power of sports, the influence and the impact it can make to our environment. And there's also a key part of that he understands and recognizes, the fact that there are many people who are talented in sports but don't have the opportunity to pass through the usual system of academics and all that will put them firmly on the path that we all know rightly. So when Kamaru visited the last time, and Ryan and I have been talking for, I'm sure, like 2 years now about this, and he put together an event last year. I don't know how many of you were there last year at Landmark. It was just part of the dream coming together to this point. And so when he excitedly told us and shared with us about the partnership with Kamaru, I was very happy, because when Kamaru came with the cash and the rest of the big family, we all met last time, and we had a good time, and he met Mr. Governor and shared part of these plans and his intention to come and partner with people who are ready to work with him to provide the opportunities and platforms for other Nigerians who hopefully can take it up. So that's where we are today. I'm here to tell you that definitely the Lagos State government is interested, just as we're interested in so many other martial arts, but we like people who are serious and who we can come to meet together halfway to ensure that the job is done and the plan is executed successfully. So we're here, we're happy to be here, and also we want to take it a notch further. Like he said, the whole plan is to ensure that this full foundation is properly laid so that we can build a tall skyscraper that will last forever. And so, in so doing, we will be planned to also initiate the establishment of an MMA federation here in Lagos State, which will be the first in Nigeria. We've done that already for esports, and I'm sure that with people like Ryan at top of management chain of that, we can set up the right foundations. We have many young men, many youths who are strong, who might be talented, but just need the opportunity to ensure that they have the platforms to showcase their talents, even if they can't pass through the educational or academic system. So yes, we are proud to have you, Kamaru, and the AKO team, Ryan, and whatever we can do to ensure that this is a success, we will do. And also to add to you that I can confirm to you now that Mr. Governor will be here, will be at the fights on Friday. So welcome to Lagos. God bless you.
Thank you very much once again. I love to call him Uncle Shola everywhere I go to, so thank you very much, Uncle Shola, for that. So there you have it. There's going to be an MMA federation, the first of its kind in Nigeria, and it's starting in Lagos. And you can be sure there are serious-minded people that will be put in control or in charge of that federation. We know one of the things we talk about all the time in our sports in Nigeria is having the wrong people running things. But this is not going to be the case. I know some of the people that will be there, that will be working, and I can trust them. We're going to move on quickly. We're going to revisit all of this. Whatever questions you have, like I said, keep your questions ready. We're going to soon get to the Q&A session. But then, all this wouldn't have been possible if 5-4 didn't have partners who will support the dream. You know, no matter what they plan, no matter what they have in their minds, if there are people or if there are no people supporting them, it might be difficult to achieve everything they want to do. And it's going to be Ryan's job now to introduce to us, or some of them were hidden, some of them are not, so we'll expose them now. Let's know all the partners that 5-4 have in place to support this lofty dream. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the microphone Ryan.
Afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for waiting. I'd like to thank Kamaru, Mr. Shola, and Natasha. Basically, we wanted to speak about a few other things during this press conference. Unfortunately, we didn't have the chance to start on time, so that's why we are trying to be brief so we can give also some room for questions. So I'd like to just highlight, appreciate, and thank our sponsors and partners for this upcoming first face-off fight match. Starting with our private sponsors, we have Legend and Climate. We would like to also thank our hosts, Lagos Continental Hotel, who is also supporting our event, who is hosting us and the champ. We would like to thank our security partners, Halogen, and Alpha and Jam, our media partners, and
Mega Electric.
And Mega Electric Group, also our media partners, that that's Beta FM, Lagos Talks.
Beta FM, Nigeria FM, Lagos Talks, and Classic FM.
Mega Electrics already.
So the Mega Electrics family.
That's the Mega Electric family. Also
No, I'm
media
just saying
partners.
when he was
I hope I
saying,
didn't actually skip anyone. So
Again,
again, thank you again for Mr. Shola, Lagos State Sports Commission, for all the support, the continuous support throughout since we started this project. Thank you all for being here.
My question is directed to the champ, actually. It is, like we have a problem of infrastructural development in Nigeria specifically. So I don't know if there is any plan to have the rest of the UFC champions. We have the likes of Israel Adesanya and Francis Ngannou, since it's an African event. Is there any plan to have these other brothers come into this project to make it all the more solid? I don't know if there's anything like that or if it's even needed.
I'm here, so what makes it more solid than that? Of course, I think these guys just because they're not here doesn't mean they don't support it. I'm sure Israel is sitting somewhere in New Zealand right now, loving the idea that now we get to create a platform to give other Nigerians an opportunity to get to where we are, to see what we see. and travel the world the way we travel the world. So, yes, we're here. The infrastructure, I understand that. And that's what I said. That's why it took some time. But you finally run into the partners who you know have that same vision and that can carry out the plan and make sure that everything is done properly and everything is done the right way, which is also why we partnered with the commissioner, because this is something that we see going on forever. We want to make sure that it's done the absolute right way. We're going to create the federation. We're going to create the regulation. Of course, we want to make sure that everyone is under the same rules and regulation and it's run properly. This is not the type of organization to where we can say, you know, like we've seen in other sports, various sports in the past, where there's you know, different situation and bad situation. No, that's not going to happen here. This is a sport that, you know, it's a model that we have in the UFC. This is as real as it gets. So not just the blood and what happens in there is real. Everything about this is going to be real, from the fights all the way down to the commission, all the way down to the infrastructure with my partners, Ryan, Mario, and Natasha. So yes, this is solid. As we like to say here in Nigeria, this is confirmed.
City 1051 FM.